Metro General Manager Randy Clarke warned of dramatic service and layoffs if the transit agency can't close a $750 million budget gap in the first half of 2024. Metro has been sounding the alarm for months, saying that if a solution isn't found, it could transform the public transport system as we know it, with stations potentially closing early and severe cuts to how many trains run. We've known about some of the potential outcomes for months, but at this week's media briefing, Clarke gave more detail about his proposed balanced but significantly reduced budget for next year. It lays out a kind of doomsday scenario, showing what will change if the operating budget is not increased. The large shortage is linked to problems with private funding from D.C., Maryland and Virginia, low passenger numbers and rising costs due to inflation. Metro has already reduced staff at 5 stations this month, citing unprecedented budget challenges. Without a sustainable and predictable funding source replace federal relief funding, Fiscal Year 2025 proposed budget delivers a Metro unrecognizable due to the unprecedented service cuts necessary close operating deficit, GMCEO's Fiscal Year 2025 proposed budget said. Clarke said he is an optimist and hopes the Washington Metropolitan area transit authorities' continued lobbying of jurisdictional partners will yield additional funding. The governors of Maryland and Virginia and state legislators are well aware of the budget problems, he said. News 4 reports to D.C. on Metro funding plans reached out to MPs in the region. D.C. Council member Charles Allen, who chairs the Transportation and Environment Committee, said in a statement that he has been working with district lawmakers and WMATA officials on possible solutions for months. He promised to push the council to pass a budget that would fully fund the district's share of WMATA. The clock is ticking and a solution needs to found soon. Cannot be the city we need to with these service cuts and cannot manage our city's public transportation system with this level of uncertainty, Allen said. Regional leaders have been in talks for some time, and I am sure we all agree this budget will never become a reality. He called proposed budget this week a worst-case scenario where D.C., Maryland and Virginia do nothing else before the WMATA board votes on budget in April. Here's a look at what could change if Metro doesn't fill its $750 million budget gap. Subway line all stations were to close at 2200. Currently, the earliest the Metro normally closes is midnight. 10 stations would be closed completely. WMATA has not decided which stations will close, but the final decision will be made based on passenger numbers. Metro frequency will be reduced. Currently, the majority of Metro trains arrive every 6 minutes or less. But barring a funding fix in July next year, the percentage of trains serving 6 minutes or better will drop to just 10. Metro has proposed cutting a